much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the quiz show where the aim of the game is to score as few points as you can. And to do that, you need to come up with the answers that no one else could think of. Let's meet today's players. Now, first up, we welcome Gemma and James. Gemma, how do you two know each other?
We met 6 years ago, and we're a couple, and we've been living together for 5 years.
Excellent. What do you do, James?
I'm a journalist. I write stuff for papers and things like that.
A journalist?
Yeah.
What things do you cover?
Comedy, mainly.
Oh, really? Do you?
Yeah.
Well, you review it?
I preview it, so I only write about it positively. I don't kind of give out sort of star ratings and say people are kind of good or bad. I just sort of say everything's great.
Who's your favourite comic of the moment?
Well, I like Stuart Lee, but everyone does. Obviously, love the Armstrong and Miller show.
Well, thank you very much.
Goes without saying.
You shall win, points. Gemma, what do you do?
I'm an English teacher.
Very good indeed. Very brave to state that right up front of the show.
Why?
Yes. Well, just in case. Some people like to keep that kind of information back. What if an English question comes up and you don't have a brilliant answer?
I only know the 5 books that are on the GCSE syllabus, so it's fine.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, just Better Hope is Mice of Men, To Kill a Mockingbird, Romeo and Juliet. And I don't know any other books anyway. So.
Well, hang on, that's only 3.
Well, I know the
Good job you don't
poetry of
teach
Carol Ann
maths.
Duffy and war poetry.
There we go. OK, brilliant. Very good. Well, a warm welcome to Pointless, Gemma and James. Great to have you here. Very, very best of luck to you.
Thank you.
And next, we welcome back Alice and Jeff, who were on the show last time. Everyone gets 2 chances to reach the Pointless final, of course. This is your second and final chance. Alice, remind us how you know each other.
Jeff's my father.
And Jeff, last time, head-to-head.
Yes.
You did very, very well.
We didn't do too badly. Yes.
But then, actually, once you got to the head-to-head...
It was trumped by the twins.
You were. Anyway, what are you hoping comes up today, Jeff?
We quite fancy a bit of... well, I fancy sport, that'd be good.
Yeah.
I'm an avid football watcher, my local town, Dover Athletic. And I also support the Mighty Irons, now back in the Premier Division, so where they belong.
Very good indeed.
You'll have to explain to Zander who the Mighty Irons are, I'm afraid.
West Ham.
Sorry?
West Ham. Someone's just whispered in my ear. I'm down with the mighty... What were they? Irons? Yes, the Mighty Irons. Yes, them. Up the hammers.
Yes.
Good. And Alice, what would you like to add to that?
Music, I think I would like to have come up with both quite good with our music.
Favourite bands, favourite types of music?
Ellie Goulding, I love. A bit of dubstep. I'm a bit broad range.
Again, you're going to have to explain to Zander what dubstep is now. This whole show could take a long time.
What? Actually, yeah, you are going to have to explain to me what dubstep is.
It's kind of dance music with like a really heavy bass line in it, I guess.
Right, brilliant, good. Wow, we're going to hear that in the show today, Richard? Oh, well, that's a shame. Should be great. You did very well last time. We have high hopes, surely, that you'll make it to the head-to-head at least again today. Very, very best of luck to you. And next, we welcome Jerry and Steve. Now, how do you two know each other, Jerry?
Well, basically, we went to school together. Steve's a few years older than me, and then we happened to bump into each other in rather boozy circumstances back in the 70s. So, being Welsh, I think it goes hand in hand, but... and he's been a best mate ever since, and he lives about 50 yards up the road from me now, so I can't get away from him.
Fantastic. What do you like to get up to in your spare time, Steve?
Play golf.
And drink with Jerry, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Yes.
Goes hand in hand.
What, the golf and the drinking?
Yeah, but it doesn't work out that way, really. If I can't find my ball, I go then.
Yeah.
19th.
Jerry, how about you? What do you do or did do?
Well, I'm into motorbiking. I like my sport, stuff like that, but bikes is my passion, like motorbikes.
That is good. Well, listen, a warm welcome to the show. It's lovely to have you here, Jerry and Steve.
Thanks.
And finally, we welcome Sophie and Jessica. Now, how do you two know each other?
We're at Bournemouth University together and we live in the same halls.
Right, you are. What are you studying?
Multimedia journalism.
And you as well?
Yeah, we met on the course as well.
Very good indeed. What do you hope is going to come up today, Sophie?
I quite like cooking, so maybe something like... I work in an Italian restaurant, so maybe something along those lines.
OK. Italian food?
Yeah, Italian food. But then if that comes up and I don't know something, I'll kind of look. not so great, but maybe TV as well.
Yeah, OK. Jess, how about you?
Probably TV as well, the kind of trashy reality shows like Strictly Come Dancing, The X Factor.
Well, best of luck to you, Sophie and Jess. It's great to have you here. We'll find out more about all of you throughout the show as it goes along. There's only one person left for me to introduce. If something has slipped into obscurity, he'll drag it back out, dust it off, and use it as a question. It's my pointless friend. It's Richard.
Hiya. Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
Now, what are we going to do about this jackpot of ours?
I know.
We're desperately trying to give it away.
Oh, we so nearly have as well.
Please, somebody take this money off our hands. Anybody. First person to put their hand up.
There we go. Well done, Jess.
There's a media student for you. Question 1, almost uniquely, it will be good for everybody who said they like sport, but will also be good for anyone who's an English teacher.
Very exciting. Look forward to discovering what that is. All our questions on Pointless have been put to 100 people before the show. In order to get to the final round and be in with a chance of winning the jackpot, our contestants need to find the obscure answers those 100 people didn't get. So the fewer of our 100 people who knew the answer, the fewer points they will score. Now, what everyone's trying to do, of course, is to find a pointless answer. This is an answer that none of our 100 people gave, and each time that happens, we will add 250 quid to the jackpot. Like the man said, nobody won the jackpot last time, so we add another £1,000 to that. You see, there it is, £1,000. So today's jackpot starts off at £13,000. Right, if everybody's ready, let's play Pointless. OK, now, in this first round, each of you must give me one answer and you cannot confer with your partner. Whichever pair has the highest score at the end of the round will be eliminated, so try and make sure that's not you. OK, our first category today is words. Words. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many words ending in B-A-L-L as they could. Words ending in B-A-L-L. Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for any word that has its own entry in the Oxford Dictionary of English that ends in the letters B-A-L-L. Please, as always, no hyphenated words or proper nouns, and we won't accept the word ball itself. It would be a terrible answer even if we did, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
As so often with these word rounds, plenty of pointless answers here.
OK, thanks very much. Now then, Gemma and James, you all drew lots before the show, and today you are going first. Gemma, this is just a gift for an English teacher, isn't it?
This is, it might be quite high scoring, and I'm not even sure if it's right, actually, but it's a guess, so my mind's got a little bit fuzzy. I'm going to go for handball.
Handball. Says Gemma, handball. Let's see if it's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said handball. It's completely right. Still going down. 38. 38 for handball.
Well done, Gemma. It's a good answer. Yeah, it's a team game similar to soccer, but played with the hands. Very, very big around the rest of the world, actually. Not big here.
I knew it was an Olympic sport. So
it is an Olympic sport, yeah. Absolutely right.
Now then, Alice.
Alice. I've got two, but I'm trying to think which one's going to be the most obscure. I'm going to say mirror ball.
Mirror ball. Very good indeed. Mirror ball. Let's see if it's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said mirror ball. Absolutely right, Alice. There we are! Brilliant answer. A pointless answer. It adds 250 quid to today's jackpot, takes the total up to £13,250, and it scores you nothing. What a brilliant answer, Alice. Very, very well done indeed.
Excellent, Alice. Great start to the show. Terrific stuff. Yeah, mirror ball. It's a rotating ball covered in small mirrors.
Very good indeed. Mirror ball. Steve, what is the most obscure word ending in ball that you can think of?
I can think of two, and I'm glad they haven't gone. I'm going to go for rollerball.
Rollerball, says Steve. Rollerball. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said rollerball. It's right. Four for rollerball. Very well done indeed, Steve.
Yes, well played, Steve. You can relax now. Yeah, rollerball. It's a sort of thinner version of a ballpoint pen, or also the ball underneath a mouse for a computer.
There we are. Sophie, we come to you.
I'm literally going to have to hazard a guess. I'm going to go for softball.
OK, softball. Let's see if it's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said softball. It's right. $19 for softball.
Well done, Sophie. It's a sport called softball, similar to lots of other sports, which I'm not allowed to name because they all end in the word ball.
Fair enough.
My job's quite hard on this round.
It is very hard indeed. You did a brilliant job earlier, though.
Oh, did you see that?
Oh, I spotted that.
Yeah, a little body swerve.
Oh, deft.
Thanks.
Deft. OK, we're halfway through the round. Let's take a look at those scores as they stand. Naught, the best score. Alice, very, very well done. And consequently, Alice and Jeff looking extremely strong at this stage of the game. Then we travel up to 4, where we find Steve and Jerry. Up to 19, where we find Sophie and Jeff. And then we up to 38, where we find Gemma and James. I'm so sorry, it's always the penalty of being on that first podium. You just don't have the time to think about it. And also, other people give you ideas, I think, which you just don't have the benefit of. But you did brilliantly. And James, I know, will have a brilliant answer for the end of this pass. Best of luck with that, James. We're going to come back down the line now. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, we are looking for words ending in B-A-L. I'm going to stop being so coy. Words ending in ball. Come on. Words ending in ball. Jess, you're on 19. The high score is on 38 of James and Gemma. A score of 18 or less will stop you becoming the new high scorers.
OK, I have quite a couple, but they're quite obvious. So I'm going to go with one. I know it's a film, and I have played it as a sport at school. So I'm going to go with dodgeball.
Dodgeball. Dodgeball, says Jess. Here is your red line. If you can get below that red line with dodgeball, you're doing very well indeed. And you are through to the next round before anyone else has answered on this pass. Dodgeball, is it right? How many people said it? It's right. You've done it. Fantastic. 6. 6 takes your total up to 25. Very well done, Jess. That's great.
Oh, that was a good answer, wasn't it?
That's great,
yeah. That's a great answer. Yeah, they play, again, something they play in America far more than over here.
How do you play dodgeball?
Have you not seen the film, Dodgeball?
No.
Have you not seen it? Oh, you'd love it.
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, you'd love it. You must watch it this
I've seen the trailer.
OK. It's a great film, Dodgeball. Ben Stiller.
Yeah.
Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
It's essentially you have to avoid, but you have to hit your opponent's team with a ball while avoiding being hit with a ball yourself.
It sounds quite dull.
Well, if you describe any sport, they sound quite dull.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You're quite right. You're right.
Although dodgeball is quite dull.
But the film's good.
It's a good film.
I need to start writing all these things down. You tell me I have to watch. What is this dubstep? No, I shall look that up. Yes, yes. Oh, yes. Jerry, you're on 4. James and Gemma remain the high scorers on 38. A score of 33 or less from you will be enough to see you through to the next round.
Well, I'm going to plump for mothball, I think.
Very good. Mothball, says Jerry. There is your red line. Let's see if mothball gets you below that red line. If it does, you're through to the next round. Mothball. How many people said it? Is it right? Absolutely right. You are through to the next round. 7. Taking your total up to the fabulously low 11. Very well done indeed, Jerry.
Well played, Jerry. Pretty strong team there on podium 3, aren't they?
I'll say.
Do you think they're going to win our jackpot?
They might, I hope so.
Oh, it'd be nice, wouldn't it?
It's just burning a massive hole in our pockets,
isn't it? And I also have to say, I appreciate that not being a sport as well, which means I can talk about it. Yeah, mothball. It's a small pellet you put in amongst clothes to stop moths.
Yeah. Also a verb as well, which is fun.
Yes, to mothball, yeah.
Now then, Jeff, you're on nothing. James and Gemma are on 38. If you can score 37 or less, you are through to the next round.
It's probably a good job we're on nothing, because I can't think of anything particularly good, so I'm going to go for baseball.
Baseball, says Jeff. Baseball, how many people said it? It's right. You've done it. 37. It's exactly what you needed. Whew. Well done, Jeff. That takes your total up to 37.
Well, Jeff, very, very lucky Alice got a pointless answer there, aren't you? Baseball, absolutely right. And I can safely say it's a bit like softball. So we've already had softball.
Now then, James, I'm sorry to say you are the high scorers, even before you've given us your answer. I'm sorry about that. However, the man said there are some pointless answers there, and I just wonder if you mightn't have found one. You could add it to the jackpot, and if no one wins that jackpot this time, you can come and pick it up next time.
I'll give it a punt. I'll go for racquetball.
Racquetball. Racquetball. No red line for you as you're the high scorers. But let's see, racquetball, is it right? How many people said it? Absolutely right. Four for racquetball. Taking your total up to 42. Good answer, though, James.
Yeah, it's a good answer. I have to say, well played, all 4 teams in that round. It's a shame someone had to get knocked out. It's not a million miles away from squash, racquetball. Let's take a look at some of the pointless answers. Have you got any, by the way? You usually think of something.
Furball.
Furball. Furball would have scored you 1 point.
Oh.
Anything else?
Butterball.
Butterball would have scored you 2 points.
Oh.
So you're getting slightly worse. Shall we just look at some pointless
I think
ones?
we probably should. This could go on for a very long time.
And then you can pretend you thought of some of these. Broomball, that is a sport not unlike ice hockey, but not on ice. Cornball, meaning trite and sentimental, or someone who is trite and sentimental. Goalball.
What's that?
It's a sport played by blind people, played by teams of 3. They had it at the Paralympics. Korfball, which is sort of Dutch basketball. It's the one with the very high baskets. Mirrorball, we've already had, which is a terrific answer. Puffball, which can be a fungus or a skirt. You can't say that about many words. Sleazeball.
Wow.
It's a good answer. Scuzzball, so you could have had a spitball.
Yeah.
Other words, you could have had fastball, would have been a pointless answer.
Goofball.
Goofball is a pointless answer.
Yay!
Yeah. Very well
there
done.
We are.
It's way outside the time limit, but very well done. Could have had fastball, punchball, kickball, speedball. Lots of pointless balls there.
There we are.
Should we take a look at the highest scoring answers, the ones that most of our 100 people said? All sports. Netball, 45. Basketball, 45 as well. And what do you think's top?
Football.
Yeah, which I managed to avoid earlier by saying soccer. 90 points.
Wow.
90 points. That might be our biggest ever scorer in a words round, I think.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, thank you very much indeed,
Pleasure.
Richard. We are at the end of round 1, and I'm sorry to say that our losing pairs, Gemma and James. I'm so sorry, but you did very well, and 42 is not a bad score at all. Ridiculous, really, that you should be leaving us with such a low score. But there we are. You are the high scorers. But we'll see you again next time. We'll look forward to that very much. Meantime, thanks very much for playing. Gemma and James, great contestants.
Good luck, guys.
But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. Now, sadly, at the end of this round, another pair will be leaving us. I wonder who that pair are going to be. Alice and Jeff. Brilliant, pointless answer there. But then Jeff.
Close.
Very, very high score, 37 there. Yeah, but it was good enough to keep you in. Jerry and Steve, fantastic. Lovely low scoring from both of you there. And Sophie and Jess, admirable, straight, solid performance. So very, very best of luck to all 3 pairs. Our category for round 2 is pop music. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, our question concerns Stock Aitken and Waterman UK top 10 singles. Richard.
Yes, we're going to show you the titles of 12 top 10 singles produced by Stock Aitken and Waterman, along with the year in which they were a top 10 single. You just need to tell us which artist had a hit with them in that year, please. Give us a nice obscure answer, you'll score fewer points, but a wrong answer is going to score you 100 points. 12 in all to have a go at home. Good luck.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. So we are looking for the acts who released these top 10 singles, and here's our first board. We've got You Spin Me Round Like a Record, 1984, Tears on My Pillow, 1990, Sealed with a Kiss, 1989, He Ain't No Competition, 1988, You'll Never Stop Me Loving You, 1989, and Never Gonna Give You Up, 1987. I'll read those all one last time. You Spin Me Round, Like a Record, 1984. Tears on My Pillow, 1990. Sealed with a Kiss, 1989. He Ain't No Competition, 1988. You'll Never Stop Me Loving You, 1989. And Never Gonna Give You Up, 1987. There we are. 6 singles produced by Stock Aitken and Waterman. Jeff, what is the most obscure artist you can think of who had a UK top 10 hit with one of these singles?
I know the man that sang the top one, but I can't think. Sure, it was a group. I'm going to have to go for the bottom one, which is Never Going to Give You Up, and that's Rick Astley.
Rick Astley says Jeff for Never Gonna Give You Up. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people knew that answer. $43 for that, Jeff. 43 for Rick Astley.
Yeah, pretty big score, but safe, though, Jeff. Safe. I think we may see 100 at this round at some point. Yeah, it won the Best British Single in the 1988 Brit Awards. #1 in 1987.
It's the second time it's made an appearance on Pointless.
Yeah, we did the question, things Rick Astley ain't never going to do.
That's right.
That's fun. It's a good question.
Yeah, probably one of my favourite questions, I think, so far. Very good. Now then, Steve. Steve, is this good for you?
Oh, some classics there, isn't there? Yeah. I think I'm going to go with Sealed with a Kiss and Jason Donovan.
Jason Donovan says Steve for Sealed with a Kiss. Let's see if it's right. Let's see how many people knew that answer. Absolutely right. $18, Steve. Very well done.
You could just tell that Steve didn't really want to give that answer, didn't he? Didn't really want to admit that he knew it.
Thanks very much. Now then, Sophie, you are the last person to have this board. You can talk us through the board and fill in all the gaps.
The only one I think I might know is the top one, and I'm going to say Pete Burns. You Spin Me Right Round, Like a Record.
OK, Pete Burns, says Sophie. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said Pete Burns. Oh, bad luck, Sophie. I'm afraid that's an incorrect answer, which means you score the maximum of 100 points. I'm sorry, Richard.
Sorry, Sophie, it's a good wrong answer, though. It was Pete Burns, but it was with his band Dead or Alive, I'm afraid. So Dead or Alive was the answer we're looking for.
I know he did a cover once he came out of Big Brother, but I don't know what band
That's
he was
right,
part of.
absolutely right. Yeah, it wasn't from that year, unfortunately. You would have scored 11 points as well. If it makes you feel better, we'll do a little thing we do occasionally to depress ourselves on Pointless, and you can tell us all what year you were born in.
1993.
You see, I think I would trade my age and no points for 100 points and being born in 1993.
Yeah.
Let's take a look through the rest of them. Tears on My Pillow. Xander, do you know any of these? You're not going to be able to force it.
Kylie Minogue sang
That was Kylie Minogue, yeah.
I'm afraid I do know it.
20 points. You'll Never Stop Me Loving You. Sonia. Sonia would have scored you 5 points. And I will give you £100 to the charity of your choice if you can answer He Ain't No Competition, 1988. So Pointless answer, it was Brother Beyond.
I was going to make something up. No, I would never have made that up, but still. For 100 quid, the charity of my choice, it was worth doing.
But good news to my charity, which now gets £100.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, that's pretty much what we said, wasn't it?
Yeah. What, from me?
I'm not giving £100 to my charity, jeez. Whew.
To your charity?
Yeah. Yeah, Brother Beyond, very well done if you got that as a Pointless answer. That's terrific work.
OK, well, we're halfway through the round. Let's take a look at the scores as they stand. 18, very much the best score of that pass, Steve. Very, very well done there. Once again, Steve and Jerry looking pretty dangerous. Then up to 43, where we find Jeff and Alice. Then I'm sorry to say up to 100, where we find Sophie and Jess. But you never know. Anything could happen in the next pass. Jess, if you can score brilliantly and very, very low, you'll have first choice on the next board. Who knows? It might stand you in good enough stead to keep you in the game. Best of luck with that. We're going to come back down the line. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, we're going to put 6 more singles on the board, and here they come. We have got Toy Boy, 1987, Blame It on the Boogie, 1989, Say I'm Your Number One, 1985, I Haven't Stopped Dancing Yet, 1989, Love in the First Degree, 1987, and Respectable, 1987. I'll read those all one last time. Toy Boy, 1987, Blame It on the Boogie, 1989, Say I'm Your Number One, 1985, I Haven't Stopped Dancing Yet, 1989, Love in the First Degree, 1987, and Respectable, 1987. Now then, Jess, remember, we are looking for the acts who released these singles, and obviously you're going to try and find the one you think the fewest of our 100 people knew.
Okay. Well, I only actually know one of the songs on there, but I don't know who sang it. So
okay.
I'm going to guess with maybe a band from that era, but I don't think they were. I'm going to go Blame It on the Boogie and Shalimar.
Blame It on the Boogie and Shalimar. Says Jess, you're already the high scorers, I'm afraid, so there's no red line for you. But let's see if Shalimar, Blame It on the Boogie, is right. No. Bad luck, Jess. I'm afraid that's an incorrect answer, which means you score the maximum of 100 points. That takes your total up to 200. Sorry.
I have to say, though, for two people born in the 90s, they're two perfectly acceptable answers, weren't they? Which does it bodes well for the next show.
Yeah, absolutely right.
That's a very tough category.
Now then, Jerry, good news, you're through to the head-to-head. Let's have a brilliant answer from you, though.
Well, not my favourite year, but I'll have a stab in the dark. I haven't stopped dancing yet. Was it Sylvester?
Sylvester, I haven't stopped dancing yet, says Jerry. No red line for you, you're already through. Let's see if it's right, though, Sylvester, and if it is, let's see how many people said it. No. Bad luck. An incorrect answer, which also scores you 100 points, taking your total up to 118.
Yeah, not Sylvester, I'm afraid. Big disco star, but didn't have a hit with Haven't Stopped Dancing Yet.
Which means, Alice, we come to you. You are on 43. The high scorers are Jess and Sophie, way out of your reach on 200. So you are through to the head-to-head, whatever happens.
Okay, I've heard of 4 of them. I know I sing a couple in the band that I'm in. I'm going to go safe because I can't think of the names of some of the bands, and I'm going to say Blame It on the Boogie and Michael Jackson.
Blame It on the Boogie, Michael Jackson, says Alice. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people said that. Ooh. Wow. So, in this pass, it's been 3 100 scores. So there we are. An incorrect answer scores you 100, takes your total up to 143. It doesn't matter, though. You're through anyway. Richard.
Yeah, sorry, Alice. The Jacksons did do a version of Blame It on the Boogie. It wasn't Michael Jackson, but it was the Jacksons. But this was a bigger hit than the Jacksons version, and it was by Big Fun. Would have scored you 8 points. When you look at those years and the years on the previous board, it's extraordinary the sort of amount of hits they had with different acts in that period, that sort of 4 or 5 years of the late 80s. Amazing. Well, look, let's have a look through the rest of these, because that was a disastrous pass. So Blame It on the Boogie, Big Fun. I Haven't Stopped Dancing Yet, not Sylvester. It was actually a hit. Do you remember this? For Pat and Mick. Pat Sharp and Mick Brown, the DJs, would have scored you 2 points.
Wow.
Toy Boy?
No, I do know this. It's Simon Cowell's friend, Sunita.
Sunita, absolutely right. Would have scored 21 points. The bottom 2 are a bit easier. Respectable?
Mel and Kim.
Mel and Kim, absolutely right. Would have scored 24. Love in the First Degree?
Bananarama.
Bananarama, absolutely right. 17. And there's a pointless answer there. Say I'm your number 1. Princess. Princess. Very well done if you said that at home. Anybody who got all 12 of those, seek help.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. So we come to the end of our second round, and our losing pair of the highest scorers, Sophie and Jess. Oh dear, I'm so sorry. That was a really tough board for you, wasn't it? The good news is we'll get to see you again next time. We'll look forward to that very much. But meantime, thanks very much for playing. Jess and Sophie. But for the remaining 2 pairs, things are about to get even more exciting now as we enter the head-to-head. Well, congratulations, Jerry and Steve, Alice and Jeff. You are now only 1 round away from the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £13,250. Very, very exciting. You are now going to go head-to-head, and the first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for the jackpot, but the big news is you are now allowed to confer. Good luck to both pairs. Well, let's play the head-to-head. Here comes your first question, and it concerns England cricketers. England cricketers, Richard.
Yeah, we're about to show you 5 pictures of cricketers who've scored more than 5,000 test runs for England. Can you identify the most obscure of these, please?
OK, thanks very much. Let's reveal our 5 cricketers, and here they are. We have got A, B, C, D, and E. There we are. 5 England cricketers. Now, Jerry and Steve, you've played best throughout the show so far, so you go first.
I think we'll go with B, Nasser Hussain.
Nasser Hussain, you're saying for B, Nasser Hussain. Alice and Jeff, talk us through the board.
We're uncertain of A. C is Ian Botham, D is David Gower, and E is Kevin Peterson. I'm a bit worried that I think both C, D and E are going to be higher than Nasser Hussain.
This is your... I don't know any of them.
Well, I can't take a chance on A, so I'm going to go for D with David Gower.
Can I just ask, before you do that, if you were going to take a chance on A, who would you say?
Maybe Len Hutton.
OK, but you're going to say David Gower, D. So, Jerry and Steve have Nasser Hussain for B. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said Nasser Hussain. Absolutely right. Brilliant. 10. 10 for Nasser Hussain. Alice and Jeff have said D, David Gower. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people said it. Absolutely right. Will it go down lower than 10? 22. Which means, Jerry and Steve, after one question, you are up 1-0.
Well played, Jerry and Steve. There's actually only one answer on the board that would have beaten Nasser Hussain. As you can imagine, it is A. That's the answer that would have beaten it. And A is Sir Len Hutton. Would have scored 2 points. Would have been worth the risk, as you suspected, none of the others would have beaten Nasser. C is Ian Botham. That would have scored 42. And E is Kevin Peterson, which would have scored you 21. He's called Kevin Peter Peterson, and he was born in Peter Maritzburg.
There you go, KPP.
There you go.
Ian Botham still beating Kevin Peterson. He's not going to like that.
Twice as many.
OK, well, thanks very much indeed, Richard. Here comes your second question, and it concerns the civil rights movement. Richard.
Yes, we're going to give you 5 clues to people and places associated with the US civil rights movement. Can you give us the most obscure answer up there? Good luck.
OK, Alice and Jeff, you have to win this question to stay in the game. Best of luck. So let's reveal our 5 clues to facts about the civil rights movement. And here they are. We have got the last name at birth of Malcolm X, painted Southern Justice and The Problem We All Live With. The city marchers from across the US converged on the 28th of August 1963. He delivered the I Have a Dream speech, the president who signed the 1964 Civil Rights Act. I'll read those all one last time. The last name at birth of Malcolm X, painted Southern Justice and The Problem We All Live With. The city marchers from across the US converged on 28th of August 1963, delivered the I Have a Dream speech, and the president who signed the 1964 Civil Rights Act. There we are. 5 clues to facts about the civil rights movement. And Alice and Jeff, you go first this time.
Right. I know 2 of them. The bottom one, president who signed the 1964 Civil Rights Act. JF Kennedy.
JF Kennedy, the president who signed the 1964 Civil Rights Act. Jerry and Steve, what are you going to go for?
Yeah, we were going to go for that as well. The only one we sort of know is I Have a Dream, Martin Luther King.
OK, Martin Luther King, say Jerry and Steve for the I Have a Dream speech. In the order they were given, Alice and Jeff said JFK, the president who signed the Civil Rights Act. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said it. No! Jerry and Steve, all you have to be is correct with Martin Luther King. Let's see if you are. Very well done indeed. You've done it. That means after only 2 questions, Jerry and Steve are through to the final 2-0.
Yeah, I'm afraid Kennedy was assassinated in 1963, so that Civil Rights Act was signed by his successor, Lyndon B. Johnson. Well done if you said that at home. That would have scored 15 points. The last name at birth of Malcolm X, it's another tough one, Malcolm Little. would have scored you 3 points there. Now, the city at which marchers converged was Washington, D.C., and that would have scored 12. And the other one is a pointless answer. He painted Southern justice and the problem we all live with. Norman Rockwell is the answer to that one. Right. Pointless answer. Very well done if you got all of that board. That's a very tough one.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. So our losing pair at the end of the head-to-head round, I'm afraid it's Alice and Jeff. Oh dear, you've been thus far before.
Yes, yeah.
And once again, you make it to the head-to-head, having performed brilliantly throughout the show, and I'm afraid this is where you have to leave us. But thank you so much for playing. You've been brilliant contestants.
Thank you.
Alice and Jeff, everyone. But for Jerry and Steve, it's now time for our pointless final. Well, congratulations, Jerry and Steve. You've fought off all the competition and you've won our coveted pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win our pointless jackpot. And at the end of today's show, the jackpot stands at £13,250. Well, you've done incredibly well. Your first appearance on Pointless, straight through to the finals. You did very well in the words round, slightly less well on the second round. But that head-to-head, so that fitted very well. Oh, you had a lucky escape there. You were going to go for JFK, weren't you? Had you gone first?
Big fluke.
Yep.
Well, you dodged it, and here you are. You've come out smiling. There you are, exactly. Well, through you came, 2-0. Now, the rules are very simple. To win that money, that colossal jackpot, all you have to do is find a pointless answer. We've had one pointless answer on the show today. You only have to find one more now, and you will leave here with the money. First, though, you've got to choose a category. This is the tough bit. You have a choice of 5 options, and they are country music, place names, European theatre, horse racing, cartoons.
Oh, dear. Right. Place names, look at that be. Country music.
European theatres out, mate.
Yeah, European
horse racing.
You said about it,
I know.
That's out. Cartoons.
I think that's our best bet, mate.
Cartoons.
Cartoons.
Tell the level we're at.
OK, cartoons it is. Let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many voice actors in The Simpsons as they could. Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for anyone who's received a voice acting credit in 5 or more episodes of The Simpsons, according to IMDb, please. It doesn't always have to have been the same character they played, but anyone who has been credited in 5 or more episodes of The Simpsons. Very, very best of luck.
OK, you now have up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers, and all you need to win that £13,250 is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Are you ready?
Yep.
OK, let's put 60 seconds on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
Mike Tyson.
Is it?
Yeah, Mike Tyson.
Whoopi Goldberg?
Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He's been on there.
Was Whoopi Goldberg on there?
I'm not sure.
I think she might have been.
Yeah.
I don't know any of the... It's Greenbone, he made it, but... what's his name? The actor that's married to What's-Her-Face?
Not a clue. Come on, who else was? Robert De Niro.
Yeah, go on then.
Right.
So what we got? De Niro.
Ronaldo. And Tyson.
Yeah? There we are then.
OK, you happy with those? Should we stop the clock?
Stop the clock.
There we are. We shall stop the clock. We were looking for voice actors from The Simpsons. I now need your 3 answers, and they are... Ronaldo.
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
And Robert De Niro.
And Robert De Niro. Now, of those 3, which do you think is your best shot at a pointless answer?
I would say Ronaldo, perhaps.
Yeah.
OK, Ronaldo. We'll put Ronaldo last. Which is your least likely to be pointless?
Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
OK, let's put those up on the board in that order, and here they are. We've got Mike Tyson, Robert De Niro, and Ronaldo. OK, so we were looking for voice actors in The Simpsons. Mike Tyson, you said, was your least confident shot at a pointless answer. You only have to find one pointless answer, remember, to win that jackpot of £13,250. So let's see. How many people said Mike Tyson? Is it pointless? Oh! Bad luck. An incorrect answer, I'm afraid, so therefore not a pointless answer, which means you only have 2 more chances to win today's jackpot. Now then, what would you do with £13,250, Jerry?
Buy my dream motorcycle, Alexander.
And that is what?
A Softail Heritage Harley-Davidson Anniversary Edition.
Wow. Steve, what would you do?
Have a jolly good time
I bet you
With the
would.
family.
Very good. OK, well, you have 2 more answers. 2 more chances for those dreams to come true. OK, we are looking for voice actors in The Simpsons. Let's hope nobody said your next answer, Robert De Niro. Again, it has to be correct, then it has to be pointless. If it's both of those things, you win £13,250. Robert De Niro, how many people said it? Is it right? No! Bad luck. Only one more chance to win today's jackpot. Everything is now riding on Ronaldo. We are looking for voice actors in The Simpsons. Your third and final answer, your most confident answer, was Ronaldo. Let's find out. For £13,250, is it right? How many people said it? No! Bad luck.
Mine, Balak.
Bad luck. I'm afraid that's just a really, really tough category, that one. I mean, they
Completely wrong tangent, I think.
They always are, I think, these final rounds, and you either know them or you don't. But unfortunately, I'm afraid you didn't manage to find that all-important pointless answer. But you do still get to take home a pointless trophy, so very, very well done.
That's what we're here for. Yep.
Richard.
Yeah, tough luck, guys. Ronaldo was in one episode of The Simpsons, so he was credited there. Mike Tyson's never been in it. There is a character who's a bit like Mike Tyson, who's Drederick Tatum, but he's played by Hank Azaria, who plays lots of the characters like Mo. He would have scored you 8 points. Dan Castellaneta, who plays Homer, would have scored you 9, and Judy Kavanagh, who plays Marge, would have scored 5. De Niro, not in The Simpsons ever either. Let's take a look at some of the pointless answers. I know some Simpsons fans would have got some of these, especially on the last page. There's a couple of regular voice artists there. The wonderful actor Albert Brooks has appeared in 6 episodes. That would have been pointless. Greg Berg, who's done lots of minor characters, but also provided the voice for Huckleberry Hound and lots of other cartoons, Greg Berg. The veteran New York comic Jackie Mason, who plays Krusty the Clown's father, he would have been a pointless answer. Very well done if you said that. Jan Hook's Jane Kazmarek, who's from Malcolm in the Middle. She plays a judge character. John Lovitz, who plays Artie Ziff, who used to go to school with Marge and becomes an internet millionaire. Is a pointless answer. Now, Maggie Roswell and Tress MacNeille are both very regular Simpsons character actors. Tress MacNeille plays Agnes Skinner and Maggie Roswell plays Helen Lovejoy, so they're always in the credits, so I suspect some people would have got that. And Maurice LaMarche, also a pointless answer, so very well done if you've got any of those at home. And unlucky guys, you're terrific throughout and a tough category for you. Well, unfortunately, we do have to say goodbye to you, Jerry and Steve, but it's been brilliant having you on the show. You've been fantastic contestants. Thank you so much for playing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, Jerry and Steve didn't win our jackpot today, which means it rolls over onto the next show when we will be playing for £14,250. Join us then to see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.